What's important to recognize that is as these talks continue, this is taking place through dialogue, discourse, debate, and discussion, rather than turning outside the process or turning to intimidation and violence. And equally important, as this government formation process takes place, the caretaker government is successfully implementing and carrying out the responsibilities of government, maintaining security and delivering essential services. And it's important work that will continue.
Let me start with one conclusion that I hope you all take away from our session today. The U.S. government, and specifically the Department of State, has put enormous effort into planning a successful transition. We've been laying a foundation for this new phase in our partnership with Iraq for well over a year now, and we're really prepared for a smooth handoff when the military drawdown is complete. Let me make a few points just about the details. First, Iraq's prosperity and security is important to the Iraqi people, but also to the United States. We will continue to play a major role in trying to shape developments there with the goal of moving over time to a more normal bilateral relationship. Second, the scope and scale of the transition is virtually unprecedented. While everything that we'll be doing we've done in other places, we're doing it in a different way, in a different intensity, and in a more difficult environment than ever before. For example, the police training program under the Department of Defense included contributions from thousands of military personnel. The military-led program centered on training and development of entry-level police services officers throughout the country. As we transition, we've begun doing something quite different. It's higher-level engagement and a shift to a train-the-trainer model. Moving forward, our programs will adopt a more integrated approach to the training not only of police, but forensic investigators, prosecutors, judges, and corrections officers.
Given that it's sometimes harder to understand or to summarize US foreign policy to Iraq than in past decades when we had dual containment of Iraq and Iran, for example, could you spell that out a bit more? For example, does the US expect Iraq to remain a strong military ally? Is its model of democracy something that you expect other countries in the region to follow? Do you expect Iraq to be a force of moderation in the Israeli-Palestinian dispute? It'd just be interesting if you could tease out some of what that force of moderation and stability in the region really means, and what longer-term US strategy for Iraq amounts to.
I think the decisions about Iraq's future, of course, will be made by the Iraqi people themselves, but we have a lot of confidence that the emerging democratic, plural society in Iraq is likely to be a force for moderation. The very fact that this is an open society, which there can be political discourse and debate, contributes to an environment which we think will be a productive one. We're not going to be in a position to try to dictate that or to dictate the choices that the Iraqi people make. But if they see a strong friendship with the United States, a strong commitment with the United States in this new civilian-led relationship to help strengthen Iraq's economy, to build its human capacity to work on issues like education and health and environment with them, that we think that will be the strong basis for a partnership going forward.